Why are oligarchs leading our world? Is it because they symbolize a life we wish we could live, or the geniuses we wish we could be? What extraordinary abilities, qualities, or situations allow them to become what they have become? Is their accumulated wealth the only reason why so many people are persuaded to rally around them, or their extraordinary skills to obtain and remain in power? Let me explain why we must keep an eye on oligarchs who are leading many of us like blind mice only to benefit themselves. We must remain aware of how oligarchs influence our governments and therefore our lives, because they may not be the heroes we want to lead us through difficult times. Coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan, welcome to 4C's One Family. Many of us have, at least once, felt misunderstood and wished we were solo geniuses with unlimited wealth, knowledge, and power. Some of us may have considered acquiring positions and resources to achieve our dreams of doing what we feel we were meant to do. Some of us look for support to better our lives and the lives of others, especially those we deeply care about. However, some want support to achieve selfish goals. They claim that their goals are necessary for their supporters, yet they overlook the negative impacts these goals have on others, particularly those who oppose them. Those with vast wealth, which usually equals power, can amplify their goals and muffle opposing opinions. And it doesn't matter how many people oppose them, because with their money and power, they can always find a way to make opposition invisible. Take a quick look at our communities, companies, foundations, and governments. How many in charge obtain their positions organically, and how many acquire their positions through campaigns, appointments, or connections? Of course, there are people in leadership positions who have simple and uncomplicated backgrounds, and some have backgrounds that gave them a head start in life. And this proves that our leaders don't have to come from a selected group of people from royalty or have an ancestry rooted in wealth and power. So who created the demarcations between people defining who should be a leader and who should be subservient? I'm sure many of us have thought about what we would do if we had a higher income or enough money to do whatever we wanted to do. We would buy things we dreamt of having and go to places only the elite could. However, many of us fail to contemplate how we would really behave once we have obtained wealth, power, and prestige. Not all wealthy individuals are robber barons driven solely by profit. Some have risen from humble beginnings and are aware of the struggles those with less influence and financial resources have to face. Nevertheless, and unfortunately, some have allowed their wealth and influence to distort their perspectives, making them unable to comprehend the lives of those with less opportunities, mental and physical health issues, and financial constraints. Uncontrolled privilege has led to a history of oligarchs becoming intoxicated with power, which encouraged them to sponsor and promote public obedience and suppression for financial gain. Whether an oligarch is white, black, yellow, purple, or green, it doesn't matter what kind of oligarch they are. If they are dishonest and only concerned about themselves, they are only full of crap. What does matter is that their actions are transparent and their powers and privileges are limited and kept under control. Now, let's not deceive ourselves. It shouldn't be a goal to eliminate oligarchs. This would be immoral and something ordinary people, even through meritocracy, would almost certainly never achieve, at least not in their lifetime. The goal should be to learn how to select leaders, even oligarchs, who have honorable goals that make them potential allies. Now, I can't tell you who you should select to be your leader who happens to be an oligarch. I can only bring awareness to this issue. If you have found what we have to offer of any value, please click on the subscribe and bell buttons below to keep up to date with our current episodes. And if you're listening to our podcast, please subscribe and help us spread the word that we have much more in common than we think. We're very interested to hear what you have to say. For 4C's One Family, I'm James Thomas in Taipei, Taiwan. And remember to stay strong, safe, and healthy wherever you are in the world, because because we have a lot more in common than we think.